Fox Loft, along with my partner Doug Harms with Harms Loft. We're going to talk to you today about something that's going to change the way you enjoy your racing pigeons. This was Doug's idea. He's came up with a way that when your bird comes home from a race or training, it's going to send a video or a picture message to your phone that's going to show you exactly what bird it was that came home and exactly what time it got home. Okay? There's three main things that you need to do this. Most of you probably already have them if you're into racing pigeons. One, you got to have a computer with internet. Two, you've got to have an electronic clock. It doesn't matter if it's a Benzing, a Taurus, Unicon, it doesn't matter, it just needs to be an electronic clock. And thirdly, you got to have a cell phone that can receive picture messages. Most of those things people already have today in the pigeon racing world. What this is going to allow you to do, wherever you're at, if you got a cell phone signal, when your bird comes home from a race or training, you're going to get a message sent right to it in real time. Now, we know that the technology is out there right now, so where you can watch on the internet races as they're being done. Your computer screen will refresh about every 25 seconds. By using this method, it will allow you to be out mowing your grass, at a restaurant, shopping with the wife, whatever, and you're still going to get this in real time. Doug, can you give us some examples of how we used to clock birds in the old days and how this process can help us with some realistic situations?
150 years ago, they used to use a clock like this in Belgium, and when they put this in the center of town, when the birds would come home, they'd take a rubber counter marker off his leg and they would actually give it to a boy to run to the center of town and put it in this clock. This was a clock that was for the whole town, and then it would stamp the time on this paper in here. See, there you got this paper affair. It poked needles through the paper. That's how they did it 150 years ago. And then, probably about 60 or 70 years ago, to my knowledge, they come up with these clocks that have a ink pad in there and a roll of paper. So when a bird comes home, you drop the counter marker in here, crank it, and it records the time that the bird comes home. Now that's how we did it for probably 75 years. Of course now, with the technology change, we're going with an electronic clock. Our brand is Unicon, but it doesn't matter as long as if you've got an electronic clock, this system will work for you. And then when if you're single tossing your birds, you could turn them loose and keep track of what time you turned each one loose, and your cell phone will tell you exactly when those birds got home, so you can see that day which bird flew fastest. It'd be real good for the working guy. Say if you're working as an electrician or if you're a machinist and you're running a lathe that day, you could have the birds in a race, and when they come home, you're just going to get a text message, have it on vibrate, it doesn't even bother your boss. You just get this picture and it's just wonderful. It's going to be great.
So instead of calling your wife every half hour to see if you got any birds come home, you'll just get a message sent to your phone. That's right. You know, if Doug and I live in Illinois, and if we're in a one-loft race in, let's say, California, and we can't go to the race, the loft manager can set this up so when a bird clocks, it can send a text message to 50 or 100 phones all at the same time. You've got a hard 600-mile race. You know, no day birds. They're coming in the next day, straggling in. Sure, we all want to be out there to see the birds come in, you know, but something might come up. We can't sit out there 24 hours a day, even though we'd like to. Doesn't matter what you're doing, it'll send it right to your phone. You go to our website, grayfoxharms.com, and go to our contact tab. If you look at the bottom of the contact tab, it's going to show you, you'll have a printer-friendly version of all the stuff that you need. Just hit print and you can click it out, and you can go to your Walmart, your Circuit City, and spend very little money and get everything you need for this. Hey, thanks a lot. We hope you can use it. I'm sure as you watch this, you thought to yourself, boy, I could do that if I was this and that. There's all kinds of uses for it, so I hope it works for you. Thank you.
All right, the computer's all set up. There's no pigeons logged now. If you look on this screen, it says no pigeons logged. And then when you just come over here and enable the motion detector, right there, it's all set to go. And then when a pigeon comes home from the race, then this screen right here will change. There we go. We got a pigeon home. Look at that. Now right here on this right here it says we got 1 pigeon. This is 1 out of 1. If there was 5 pigeons home, that would save me this 1 out of 5. So we got band number 380 home. It's RRV 380 right there. It's an 07 pigeon. This was on a training toss. This is the time it came home, 1842:05. That's military time. And look here, we've got a already we've got a picture message on the phone. Let me open this up and see what it says. Look at here. It's from Harm's Loft right there. This is exciting. This is good. All right, now it's connecting. This is good. Receiving the message. This is wonderful. All right, now here we go. Come on, here we go. All right, and right there it is. Now let me push a couple buttons here, and I'll bring this up so you can view it. All right. Now, look at here. Right there's band number 380. The same thing on here, band number 380. It clocked in at 1842:05, 1842:05. There it is, folks. Isn't that neat? Look at that. So, anyway, we've got the same thing looking. Now let's go and look at the clock. Let's look at the Unicon clock and see that it's the same thing there. And this is proof that it really works. Now I'm going to push this down. And if you look inside this box, there's your Unicon clock. And it's sure enough, band number 380 and clocked in at 1842:05. So that's great. We got a pigeon home, and isn't that neat? Woohoo!